Yo! What's going on, Miami Hurricanes? I cannot speak. Hold on. We're going to have to do the whole intro over. Hold on. Literally scuffed the intro. Wow. Wow. Gonna have to rerun it. We're gonna have to rerun it. What's going on, Miami Hurricanes fans and my college football family? And let us not forget, even though I know many here would like to, the Florida State fans that are in the building as well. I expect to see Briley, Nick Snyder, Noel Squad, Jonathan Cook, and many others, because there's one thing I do know. Hear me out, yo. There is one thing I know. There's no late 5-0. Every yes. There's Seminole Nation. If there's one thing I know about Florida State fans, it's that they actually do rep their squad pretty hard. They do. You know, I hate that, first 5 minutes into the stream, I'm over here giving Florida State fans some props, but they do rep the Noles pretty hard. They do. But that makes it that much sweeter when we beat that booty, which is what I'm hoping happens tonight. What's going on, my college football family? Very happy to have you guys here joining me on this Friday night. Let's have some fun tonight. This means that we are yet another week closer to the real deal, the real college football season. It's that much closer, which is absolutely insane when you think about it. It's going to be here before we know it. Got to give some shout outs to everybody who was here bright and early for the stream. Son of Fire, what's up, my man? He says, easy dub, IRL. I hope so, man. Awesome Lawson Clips, what's up, bro? Happy to have you. Tropical was here very early for the stream. Happy to have you here as well, Tropical. Crip, what's up, my man? Randy, this is an action-packed night. I can't wait. We got Coach Coop and FSU week. We got the opening ceremonies of the Olympics. And on IGN, we got day one of Comic-Con. Let's go, Randy. That's awesome. That is an action-packed day. And speaking of, I noticed Gary said, why would you show this the same night as the opening ceremonies of the Olympics? And I noticed Gary mentioned the Olympics as well. You guys want me to be 100% honest with you? I did not even know the Olympics were starting. I did not even know the Olympics were this year, as a matter of fact. I only get TV service when football season starts, and I only get it to watch the college football season. Outside of that, I watch Twitch and YouTube, and that's it. I really don't follow. I mean, the Olympics are cool. Don't get me wrong, they're cool, but like I don't really watch them. I don't get into it. I don't really watch any other sports other than college football and NFL, and then I'll watch NBA when it's the playoffs. That's it. Your boy Coop is pretty boring, and outside of that, I don't even have TV service, and I just get YouTube TV when it's college football time. But that's it. So that I'm not even playing with y'all. That was news to me. I had no idea that the Olympics were here. I don't even know where the Olympics are at. Where are they at? I have no idea. Somebody fill me in. Nick Snyder in the building again. Seminole Nation. Don't believe what he's saying, but hey, happy to have him here. Stephanie, my wife, let's go. I know Stephanie and I both got to watch Deadpool and Wolverine opening day. And look, nobody spoil anything in the chat, but I gotta say, Deadpool and Wolverine,
to wear to you on the side of your helmet.
So good. So good.
Beat FS who?
Katie is here as well. Workforce freebie. What's up, my man? Salty Ran. Dave's World says, I know the Lord wanted me to watch. I didn't try to click on this video. Well, It's too late, my friend. It's too late. You're here, and you're locked in. So who you rooting for, Florida State or Miami? Drop it in the chat. John Bird, the hardest working man in the room. Bryce, what's up? My bro Zach Jones beat my booty twice. Dang, I had a chance at redemption, and he embarrassed me 2 times in a row. Once in Atlanta, once in Miami. I got nothing to say, Zach Jones. A rematch in the future, though, is coming. You best believe that. Cornelius, what's up, my man? Blanket, thank you. Shout outs to everybody else who is here. If I'm missing anybody, I'm not trying to leave you out, but we're gonna scroll down and get caught up here. Brandon Brown, how much is YouTube TV during the college football season? Too expensive. Too dang expensive. It's like YouTube TV used to be like $40, 40 or $50. It's like $70 now. I think it's like $70 a month. Way too expensive. Paris 2024. Had no idea. Thank you, guys. It's in Paris. You live in a cave, basically. Yes, in the mountains, in a cave. Yep. KJ, I appreciate you, man. Noel Squad in the building, repping his squad. We got the Clemson fan, T. Davis. Only renew my YouTube TV during the fall and turn it off after college football playoffs. Bingo. Me and you both, T. Davis. What else is there on there for me to watch other than reality TV, reruns of stuff I've already seen, and blasting me with commercials? That's it. Literally. So, I'm just not a big TV watcher. Dim Canes 01. What's up, man? What's up? Tropical. Hold on. There it is. The big 305. Tropical! Taking over the board before we get into this thing. We'll wait. We small talk for a good 10-ish minutes. We'll try to shoot for 5. Let people find their virtual seats. They're still getting their drinks and their popcorn, all that good stuff. But it is going to be a good game tonight. It's going to be entertaining, and I do have an announcement for tomorrow, which I think is going to be pretty exciting. So you don't want to miss that, and I'll announce it before we get into the game tonight. But man, I got to tell you, that Deadpool and Wolverine movie, if you read any negative reviews, if you are a Deadpool fan, I'm telling you, ignore any of the negative reviews. There are insane surprises in that movie, some out of this world cameos that somehow they kept hidden from everyone. There were no hints of it. There was nothing in the previews. I didn't see talks of it anywhere. So it was a great movie. Great movie. Definitely not a kid's movie. Not a kid's movie. Lots of blood, gore, cursing. It's that opening scene. Some of you guys know what I'm talking about. Woo! That opening, I could watch the opening of the Deadpool and Wolverine movie on repeat over and over and over again. Yes, lots of sexual innuendos, like lots of a lot. But it's a great movie. Yeah, Sam, it's Barrow plays really well. Barrow plays really, really well on the D-line on the game. $73 a month, that is insane. It is. It's funny because it feels like we're starting to go backwards with this stuff. Like the whole thing was cut the cord. Get YouTube TV, get Hulu, get Sling TV. Get all these streaming services. Now it's like, okay, now they cost just as much and you still get commercials with stuff. So, like, I don't know. Plus, to even have them in the first place, you also have to get internet, which I'd have internet anyways, but maybe some people wouldn't. It's just, I don't know anymore. It's almost like we're just gonna fall back into the same thing as we were doing before. Like, am I the only one that feels that way? It's just kind of weird. Audience review has it at 98% positive. Yeah, I think some of the reviews I saw were people who weren't like diehard Deadpool fans. because they were complaining about the language and the gore, and maybe it's because it's not Fox now and it's Marvel, and maybe that kind of pissed some people off or something. I don't know, but I thought it was great. I thought it was great. Peeking in from the W word. Say what? My man South Coast Kane, a.k.a. Jorn. What's up, Jorn? Good to see you popping in here. I don't know if you're a Marvel fan, but we were talking about the Deadpool and Wolverine movie. Hopefully work goes by quick for you, my man. Another week closer to the real deal. Another week closer. What happens at the end, I'm not going to tell you. Not going to tell you.
On the side of your helmet.
Could be better not ruin this movie for me.
I won't ruin it for you, Randy. Thank you for the 2. Thank you for the 2, Randy. It's great. That's all I'm going to say. I promised I wouldn't spoil anything. Great movie. Great movie. Randy, thank you for the big 2, my man. And Corey Gray coming in with the 5. We'll let the robot lady read it out. Taking over the top spot on the board. My man, Corey Gray. I got a question for you guys, actually. We're almost there. We're almost to kickoff.
What up, Coop? What up, Canes fam? I'll be back to watch later. Gotta get back to work. Go Canes, raising hands, medium dark skin tone.
Dang, do you guys work night shift? Jorn and Corey Gray? Because well, you might work second shift. You might work like 2 to 10 or 3 to 11. But maybe night shift. That's 9:21. It's getting late. Corey Gray works second. Okay. Patty Snow does work night shift. Look, hats off to you guys. I worked night shift at a factory called Dingo. I worked on a line where I would inspect alternators. As they would come through, I would inspect like the copper core, and I would have to check for metal chips in them. And I did that for maybe like 2 or 3 years, and I swear it almost killed me. I'm serious. I stayed sick. I stayed run down. This was what I did every day. You want to see my entire night, every night?
When are we getting coach versus coach on CFB 25? Hayes is getting good fast. He went on a big-time winning streak.
You want to know what's funny, Bahama? Thank you for the $1 dono. I talked to Coach Hayes on the phone on, what day was that? I talked to Coach Hayes on a Wednesday for about 20 minutes. Wednesday at 4:30. I called up Coach Hayes because he called me out. I don't know if you guys saw it. Coach Hayes called me out and he said, Coop, I'm coming for you on College Football 25. I want all the smoke. I want a head-to-head showdown. Both of us streaming it on YouTube. So I called him. I have Coach Hayes' number in my phone. I called him and I said, when do you want to do this? Let's make it happen. And we're planning out the details right now. See, what he doesn't know, Brandon, is I've been faking being bad and losing to all these people for this moment specifically. See? I'm telling you guys, this is the biggest of big brain moves you've seen. I'm pulling the old switcheroo. I'm going to say, ha, gotcha. And we're going to beat Coach Hayes live on TV. Coach Hayes was a coach in real life. I mean, this man has coached for different programs. He's been at FIU. But that doesn't mean, look at this. I'm telling you, that doesn't mean that he knows how to tell them boys what to do with this controller. So we're going to see. But I have been watching him play. I watched him play Streeter. Yeah, I watched him play Streeter. Well, is Streeter all he's played? He's played Streeter a couple of times. He has gotten better.
I am at work 2.6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Beat FSU. Screw Miami.
Dang, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So beat FSU, but also screw Miami. Interesting. Zach Jones, thank you for the 2, my man. I appreciate you. You work both days and nights. Got you. So you just alternate. I got you, South Coast Cam. Zach Jones, I appreciate you, man. When I worked at Dingo, I think it was on the alternator line. My entire night was this. $10 hours a night, 6 nights a week. I said, no way. No windows. No windows in there. It didn't matter if you were in there daytime or nighttime. It was just no windows. You couldn't see anything. I felt like a rat in a cage. I couldn't do it. It didn't allow me to express my creativity at all. It was doing the same motion over and over and over again for 40 to 60 hours a week. No. I couldn't do it. I'm glad that you guys, some of you, were able to do it. It wasn't for me. It didn't work. Cam Newton been getting his butt whipped up by some kid. I was watching Cam Newton before I went live. He's been streaming like every night, man, and he talks mad trash too. He talks so much trash. I was watching him earlier, and he was running his mouth big time. And he was playing South Carolina. He was South Carolina, and he was playing someone controlling SMU. And he was down 14-0 in the first, 2 minutes of the game. I was like, yo, Cam. He cracks me up, though, bro. It's so funny. It's so dang funny. Were you making bank, Coop? It paid pretty well, yeah. I mean, for around here, look, it ain't Florida money because I live in East Tennessee. So the cost of living is lower. Starting pay when I worked at Dingo was $12 an hour, and people thought that was insane money around here. And when you got on full time, you could work your way up after a year or so to 15. So I was making around 15 an hour when I worked at Dingo. And some of you guys might be like, Coop, that's a lot. And some of you might be like, dang, Coop, you're basically poverty. Around here where I lived at the time, that was 10 years ago, that was big boy money. So everybody wanted to work at Dingo at the factory. And you topped out at 18 an hour. That's just like a production employee on the line. 18 an hour was your top dollar. And I was making around 15, and I thought I was rolling in dough. Man, I thought I was living it up. Good insurance, but it wasn't worth it. There are things that are more important to me than money, but we all need money. We all need money. It is what it is. So we can talk about what's going down tonight. Miami versus Florida State, virtual showdown in college football 25. I got some bad news for Miami fans. The Canes are 2-4.
To wear the U on the side of your helmet.
2-4 this season.
$12 is insane back in 1940s. Good job, old man.
Where the mods at? Where the mods at? We're going to have to take care of Zach Jones. Zach, I turned 35 this year and feel like I'm going on 65. All right? Thank you for the big two, Zach. I appreciate you. It's just crazy the difference to think that in some areas like Cali or Florida, $12 an hour is like, Coop, what the heck? And again, here, people were like, that's crazy money. What's up, Luke? Good to see you, bro. $12 is the average pay in Miami. Really? You're just curious how the AI plays FSU. It's going to be interesting. So tonight we're going to see Cam Ward versus Doo-Doo DJ. This is at Hard Rock. And again, the Canes are 2-4 after losing to Louisville last week, 27-21. I saw there were a lot of people who were talking about how this season started on NCAA 14 with the revamped mod because we transitioned over. We didn't start all over. We said, hey, we know that it's 2 different games, but it is what it is. We'll just carry it over. And people said, Coop, there's no way that Miami is going to lose that much in college football 25. They'll be more accurate. It'll be closer. Like, you've got it all wrong with the rosters and the sliders and all that on NCAA 14. Well, we had our first game last week against Louisville, and Miami still lost. Granted, it was a close one, 27-21, but they still freaking lost the game. So the Canes are sitting at 2-4, with their only wins being over Ball State and Virginia Tech. That we still have to do a makeup game against FAMU, but FAMU is not in the game, so we'll have to figure out how we want to work that. If we just want to add it as a win, like, I'm okay with that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm fine if we just chalk it up as a dub, but it's up to you guys. So 2-4, Miami taking on Florida State. I did see your messages. I saw your messages, Nick. I was goofing off. A lot of people said, Coop, why don't you do the Dynasty? So that way it actually plays out the season. I tried to test it, and you can't sim Dynasty games. Like, hold up. You can sim them, but as far as I can tell, you can't watch them. So, like, I could super sim it, but that does me no good for streaming it. So, I don't think we're going to be able to do the Dynasty mode unless it's the Coach Coop plays version, not the Friday night version. Coop versus Joel, it's going to happen. It is going to happen, Came for Life. Absolutely. So, for now, what we have to do is ignore team rankings. I thought it'd be cool if we could do Dynasty and go week to week, because then they show ACC rankings. You can see overall stats for the season across all of college football. They have a top 25 that comes out every week. How cool and immersive would that be? That'd be sick. But you can't sim the games, not watching them. So it doesn't matter. But for the Coach Coop Plays version, since it won't be CPU versus CPU, it's me controlling it, we can do a Dynasty as Coach Coop, and I can literally create myself in the game. You can watch simulated games in Dynasty. It does not look like it. No. It will not let you put your controller over and not control either team. You have to control your team, or you have to just let it sim it out and it spits the numbers out. And that's it. Unless there's some kind of weird workaround. I tested it for about an hour or two today, and there was nothing. So I was kind of super disappointed in that. I thought that was kind of silly, but it is what it is. Before the Coach Coop Plays version, I could force wins and losses like you guys were telling me about, because that is something you can do, which is really cool. The only downside will be, and you guys will just have to tell me what you want to do. The only downside to it will be the stats up to this point will not be accurate, because we've played them as just exhibition games, just a quick play. So, I've probably thrown 15 plus interceptions this season. Heck, it might be 20. When I force sim those first, 6 games or so, and I can force wins or losses, I can't obviously force specific stats, so the numbers won't match when it comes down to stats. But there will be an ACC ranking, there'll be a top 25 ranking, there'll be a college football playoff system in place. So I think we should still probably do it. I think that would be pretty cool. But we'll talk about it. That's going to happen tomorrow. The last thing I want to say. Tomorrow, for the Coach Coop Plays version of this, Miami versus Florida State, for the first time ever.
This is what it takes to wear the U
Oh, that's
on the
all.
side of your helmet.
Who custom printed that tumbler for you? It looks nice.
Doesn't it? Doesn't it, Bahama? You'll never guess who gave me this. Joel Davis, the Florida State fan. He had this custom made for me and brought it to me and gave it to me in person. He came from Florida to Tennessee, and he gave me this sucker in person. I have no idea where he got it from. I'd have to ask him. But yeah, it was pretty awesome of him. That was pretty cool of him. The big announcement. Thank you, Bahama SC, for the $1. I appreciate you. Tomorrow, Coach Coop. I'm talking about coach of the virtual Miami Hurricanes, Coach Coop, in character, is dropping a Florida State diss track titled Doo Doo DJ. I'm going to be the first head coach in history, I believe, to drop a diss track on my opponent. That's right. Coach Coop, in character, Coach Coop, will be dropping an official diss track on the Florida State Seminoles called Doo Doo DJ tomorrow, and it's premiering live during the game. You don't want to miss it tomorrow. 9 p.m. Eastern Time. 9 p.m. Eastern Time, it's happening. All right? Yeah. FSU is winning for sure now. No. Look, I got with my coaching staff. We got everything together. Everything is fixed. All the issues we had against Louisville, that was a big wake-up call. But anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. That's a different season. It's a different season. All right? Let's get into tonight's game. Let's jump over. Let's get into tonight's game. And I actually want to make a slight change. I have the menu music off, so don't worry. You don't need to turn your volume up. You've not muted. I think, and give me a little bit of feedback and we're kicking off. I think that I want to put both teams on varsity instead of All-American. Give me a second to explain. I realize this is CPU versus CPU. So the CPU can handle it, right? I mean, both teams are on All-American, like it is what it is. I noticed that on All-American, no. You don't want Heisman on CPU versus CPU. I'll tell you why I almost don't even want All-American. No. If you put it on Heisman, even last week we didn't do Heisman. We did All-American. The numbers will be so unrealistic, it's not even fun. So, like, if I put this virtual game on Heisman, I'm giving you a real example here because I test simmed it. Let me give you final yards for both teams. Rushing yards for Miami, -20. Rushing yards for Florida State, -10. Passing yards for Miami, 105. Passing yards for Florida State, 115. Final score to the game, 6-3. And that'll be every game. I'm talking there'll be negative rushing yards, at times under 100 passing yards. It's boring. It sucks to watch, honestly. It's not exciting. We did it on All-American last week, and it was okay, but there's really no big explosive plays. There's just not. Right? And that can happen in real life sometimes, right? But it doesn't make for a fun virtual game to watch. Both teams are on varsity. If this is the Coach Coop Plays version, I understand why some people might get upset because they're going to be like, Coop, you're lowering the difficulty. This is CPU versus CPU. So what do you guys want to see? I can leave it on All-American if you want. But I will say that if we do varsity, there are going to be some more explosive plays and the yardage is going to be a little bit higher. So it's whatever you guys want to see. Whenever I did All-American test sims for this, Miami versus Florida State, both ended the game still with negative rushing yards. Negative rushing yards. I'm serious. So it was kind of, for me, I was like, this is not exciting. I put it on varsity. Both teams had around 200 to 300 passing yards, about 100 yards on the ground, and both teams scored in the upper 20s. Exactly. So I personally think that varsity is more fun to watch. And again, both teams are on varsity. Both are varsity. So it's not like anybody has an edge over anyone else. It just means the numbers will bump up a little bit more. And I think we'll make it for a more exciting experience. Yes, and I agree, stay consistent week to week. But I will say this. We have to bounce around a little bit early on because we're still trying to figure out the best options for this brand new game. So there are going to be some weird things that happen, some things that go down because we're on a new system, new game, and it's just a totally different experience. So we knew there were going to be some hiccups, some speed bumps, last week was pretty perfect. I thought that it was okay. I thought it was unrealistic with the rushing for both teams, though. That's my problem. I feel like that with the run game, I'm talking, if we do All-American, you don't want Kirk? You guys don't want Kirk? If we do All-American, no team, I mean, I'm talking super rare. I simmed a ton of games this week. No team will rush for over probably 40 yards, 40 or 50 yards, ever in any game. And I just don't think that feels realistic. Like, it happens sometimes. Yeah. I wish that was the case. Virtual Miami struggles for some reason. It struggles. But I can do, like I said, I can do All-American. I know that I'm the one who has to make the big boy decision here and decide, right? I get it. It's just, what's up, buddy? You were here at 3 a.m. for real? That's when I posted this stream up, was 3 a.m. I just feel like it's not realistic for any team to get over 30 or 40 rushing yards. I think that's kind of silly. Like, I just don't think that's as realistic as it could be. So I think that it'll be a more fun experience on varsity. Both teams are on varsity. Like I said, no one's getting any kind of edge. I think we lock in varsity. We played one game on All-American. And we'll settle in on varsity. I think it'll be more fun. It's an even playing field for both when it comes to difficulty, so it really doesn't matter. The better team's got to win. It is what it is. 8 p.m. kickoff, 8-minute quarters. You guys don't want to hear Kirk Herbstreit running his mouth, so I won't put him in there. I think it's time to do it. Let's go. You know what to do. Drop your score predictions. Drop your score predictions. Don't be shy. Hey. Put them in there. Let's see them. What's up, Chris? Right, let's get our volume dialed in. There we go. Who you got tonight, Chris? Will tomorrow be varsity as well? I don't know. Some people are telling me don't do it. Some people are saying Coop, put it to your skill level, which is more like varsity, which I agree with. We'll see. I'm undecided. Varsity would probably be more fun because I'm being real. I don't think that Louisville hangs up 60 on Miami's defense in real life. I just don't think so. Let's check and make sure it did take the varsity setting. Why did it go to freshman? No. Does this, I guess the menu overrides this. So even though I set this to varsity, I guess the main menu is resetting it. Or it overrides it. Hello? Okay. All right. Well, let's get it. The game needs rebalance. I agree. The game, when it comes to simulating games, is kind of poor in my opinion. I think it could be better.
I mean, two flashy programs, and when they're rocking the state of Florida.
There we go. Come on, Kane.
Everybody's wanting to go to Miami.
Let's go.
This is a big one.
Yeah, and David, you and I can appreciate.
You're not wrong though, Briley. People will give me a hard time for that. You're not wrong.
They had so much NFL talent, speed.
All right, Chris says Miami is winning.
And this was a game that always seemed to determine.
What else do we got? Octo Kane says 28-24 Canes. Melvin says 27-20 Canes. Ben Ferry 24-21. Seminole Nation FSU 31 Miami 17. Great joke. 21-16 FSU 17-14 Canes. What's a big third down already? Let's get it. Let's get it.
Made the plays they needed to. They got one in a row, Palmer. Can they get two?
And David, at the end of the day, it was just Florida State that executed better. They made a few more plays.
Well, that was easy work for Doo-Doo DJ. Okay.
Love the way he didn't just run to a spot.
Are you just going to leave it on freshman, though? It's not. What I'm saying is,
This is what it takes.
selecting it in the team selection menu overrides what it is here in the settings.
Bro, play on varsity. Stop listening to lame people who want you to get blown out.
Yeah,
Play Dynasty on varsity. Practice on All-American. Easy as that.
This is what it takes.
That's a good point.
To where you. I'm sorry your help.
31-30 Miami 9 OT.
Miami actually
Rain.
considered giving up football.
Rain.
Florida State was an afterthought.
The overtime man has spoken. Randy, thank you for the 2. Zach Jones, thank you for the big 5. Tiny top dono on the board. Oh!
Every time they played, but no doubt, David, this game just
Miami gobbled that up. Thank you, Zach Jones. I'll sit you atop your throne. Randy, I appreciate you. I did just want to say, people are saying, Coop, why are you leaving it on freshman? I am pretty sure, and then I'll keep it. I'll stop breaking the immersion. I am putting it on varsity. It's just not retaining my setting. And I think that's because we set the difficulty in the team selection menu. So this is irrelevant as far as I can tell. I am keeping the setting. I am putting varsity. You see it right here in front of your face. It's just when I go back into the menu, I think it's bugged and it's saying, going back to saying freshman again. Again, this game has bugs. This game has bugs. It's EA. We knew that, we were playing NCAA 14. We can't wait for the new game. This game has a ton of bugs. It really does. It's better, but it has bugs.
Now facing a 3rd and long.
Come on, Hard Rock. Come on.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here.
There we go.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up.
Give Miami the ball. Let me turn my lights up. It's a little dark. I know, right, bro? People were like, Coop, do this. Coop, do that. I'm like, EA won't let me.
The Knowles will
Point the finger at EA, not me. Chris, I say get a PlayStation because you have a gaming PC. I say get a PlayStation. And that's coming from a Microsoft fanboy. PC gamer, you know me.
So Miami go to work for the first time. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure.
Big hit. Okay. Team morale is low for the Canes. 2 and 4 does not look good. It ain't ever going to look good. It can't even get much better at this point. It would be a big morale booster if the Canes could beat Florida State this year at Hard Rock. Come on now.
Dropping back, it's Ward. Fires to the big fella. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too?
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations.
You can play Xbox games in Windows, so PlayStation is unique. Exactly.
Not easy to do.
That's why I got a PS5.
Bully ball on 3rd and short.
Okay.
And he'll get it up to the 38.
Canes move the chains. Let's go. Tell them, son of fire. Tell them, bro. I don't care about what happened last year, the year after that, and so on. What I'm looking at is this year. They still haven't updated the roster. Yeah, and it'll be a bit.
Wide receiver shows motion.
It'll be a bit, probably.
They're going to ride this running back. He's dropped behind the
Dang, y'all gobbled that up.
Come
on, man.
Seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball.
Oh, you game, Chris, you game on a Mac? Did you tell me that? Oh, Chris.
Bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Yo, Dawson, that ain't working. It is cross-platform, Chris.
I like offenses being creative.
Yes, it is. This game is cross-platform.
To call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Man, you can't draw it up any
All right.
better than that.
Neither
First
offense
possession,
able to
force the
get it
third
done
down.
on the
You wanna
first
shut
drive.
home crowd up,
Okay.
sack the quarterback,
You guys can
create
brag.
some
I'll pin your
momentum.
comments
Now
up.
You're getting the football back to your offense.
I'll pin them up.
Great field position.
I know you guys are excited to watch your team lose tonight.
And the Canes line up to punt it away.
What's up, Thomas
They'll
Carter?
look to pin him deep.
Come on, Joyce. Good punt. We need a good punt here.
Bringing it back, it's Douglas.
Oh.
Turns like that away, don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just
Nasty hit. Okay.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Finds the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple
Doo-doo,
of big bodies
DJ.
there. He stopped from getting the first down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there.
Coop has to play on freshman mode to beat FSU. I'm not playing tonight.
Great job.
I'm playing tomorrow. And Brittany, it ain't going to be on freshman mode. I'll tell you that right now. It ain't going to be on freshman.
It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only
Let's go,
of
Bane.
a series but of a game.
Let's go.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays to get them behind the sticks a little bit. To get those
Duck
sacks,
is
to get those
here. What's up, Duck?
You see so
Who you
much
got
stuff
tonight,
in
bro?
college football up front with the defensive
Almost
line,
got
because
there.
You know, once you get one of those plays,
Still did.
You got the offense right where you want.
And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this
Okay.
defense, they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the
Both
down
offenses
they knew
just
exactly what they
not
needed
getting
to
it
do
going
to
yet.
Make the tackle to force the punt. That is
Okay.
so well done.
And the Seminoles will call on their punt team.
Is this freshman or Heisman? At this point, I don't know.
Just the direction he wanted. Here comes
I don't know
the
right now.
offense looking to gather a little more strength.
Okay, Kane's
They
got to
hope
drive
be able
almost
to
90
cash in
yards
on
here.
this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in the
Again,
best
it's not
predictable
about making the game
situations.
easier,
No doubt, too. Don't
so
you
to
just
say,
feel
for the
like there's a little
CPU.
bit more sense
They're
of
both
urgency
playing
this
each other
drive?
on
It
the
just
same
feels like they've
difficulty.
gotta be able to put some points
It's
up on the
about
board here.
making it a
Much on
little
first
more
down,
fun
it's
to
2nd
watch.
and 9. Looking to throw, it's Ward. It's complete to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Somebody take
Well,
a
he
shot.
made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after
No,
that.
we definitely
And I
are.
like
We're
this.
never
I wanna
doing
feed my
Heisman.
running back, but
I'm
man,
not
he's gotta
playing
do a
on
little more
Heisman,
damage
and I ain't
after
putting
the catch. I
CPU
need
versus
a stiff
CPU
arm.
on Heisman.
I need a
Heck no.
spin move. I need something where he
Final
can make
score
that
to the
guy
game,
miss,
3 to
pick up a
nothing.
bunch of yards,
Total
and make a
yards
big
across
play.
both teams,
Grab
45.
and marker. It's George.
heck no.
And he's knocked down immediately.
There we go, JG.
Before he moves the chains.
A defensive battle can be fun. Yeah, good one. Good one.
Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats.
Oh, the
point
shirts
that out
are off.
emphatically.
Oh, baby. Yeah, I guess going from All-American to varsity, though, isn't going to help either team in the run game. They're taking some sacks, and it's really just not there.
Move the ball some here as we start the second quarter.
I agree, Tropical. Yep.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4
Like we're
yards
getting
out
a
to
good
the 30.
3 or 4 with
That's a really nice
Martinez.
play. It's impressive. When it's first
But
down,
then
the
we just
defense
take a
thinks you might
dump.
be running a football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
on.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
Oh!
Oh, and he knocks him out of the way, and he's running free. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell
This
him,
running
Zach
back in the
Jones,
Miami
like,
backfield
everyone thinks that upping the difficulty makes it more like fun and realistic, and I'm trying to tell people that's not always the case.
The Hurricanes are marching down the field.
There were no explosive plays, and that's just not college football in my opinion. Oh! I know some people are going to try to dog me. Some are just trolling. Some people are like, Coop, you're trying to help Miami. Again, they're both playing on the same difficulty. There's just going to be more yards on the ground, most likely, and a few more explosive plays, which will lead to higher scores, which is more fun.
And the Canes will snap it on first and 10.
Yeah, you can touch the sliders and stuff, but I'm just leaving it raw.
With the catch, it's George.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that.
Canes are moving.
They'll line up for a second down play.
I'm okay with how this is playing. Not because Miami's driving, okay.
And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one
But I mean, this is how
how
Martinez is probably running on the nose. I'm just saying. All right.
How they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is when you're going to throw the ball.
Positive yards across the board. Let's go.
I'm going to get to the quarterback. It
Come
makes
on.
life really easy on a defensive line. But when
Oh,
you
my.
get that balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this. if they're
Oh,
gonna be
my
successful.
goodness.
But right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the
Did we ready up?
front, getting a hat on a hat,
Go!
opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that now. What opens up?
Okay, we were asking
Now
for
you're
it there.
making a play, pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run.
Yeah, we were asking
physicality,
for it there.
now it opens up everything else. Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
What's Florida State got down here?
On second and goal.
Let's see those trenches.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. They
Nothing.
bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on
Oh, it's
that
getting
one.
chippy.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're
You think we win 52-10? I don't know. I think this is going to be a low-scoring game now at this point.
Extra yardage here just
Right. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down.
I say that Mario and Dawson should go for it, but you got to take the points with Andy. I mean,
one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance.
3-0. 3-0.
And with that, they break the scoring.
Let's go, Andy. Dang, now for all the naysayers, for all the people who said, Coop, it's on easy mode, Mr. Sticky Hands, Mr. Reliable, XR7 Xavier Restrepo just dropped a pass in the end zone against in-state rival Florida State that hit him in the hands. Come on now. Come on.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 20.
He should have caught that. Should have caught that.
He'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Snags it quickly on the left.
Dang.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind him. Nice job.
Yeah, he does. You ain't wrong, Queen City.
They'll go to work on second.
That's what
down.
I would have wanted to wear back when I was playing. Nice D. Nice job. True. You're right. Restrepo had no catches against Florida State. He was MIA. MIA, and Florida State fans still give us a hard time to this day about that.
Third down conversions are a huge stat.
Yep.
This one would be a doozy if they can pull
Come
it
on,
off.
Canes fans, get loud.
They try to pop a run on the draw. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
What's wrong, DJ?
Great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their
I agree.
jobs.
I agree. That was pretty super conservative there. I mean, you're coming up on halftime. What was Norvell thinking?
He'll call for the fair catch here.
Did he drop?
And
Like,
here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for
almost
this
gonna
one
look
to
like
pay
he
off
dropped
bigger.
that.
Yeah, it just comes
I know
down to
he
execution,
called for a
too. They did
catch,
a nice
but
job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second.
okay,
and
both
11.
teams have all 3 timeouts.
Finds
Oh,
his tight
wow.
end. He's run out of bounds. but
Wow.
a Big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball?
Now, what
always trying to
happens
find
if
that
Florida State ends
Here
up
they come,
taking a
first and
lead?
10 from the 48.
Now, then are
From
the
the
Noel
gun, they'll
fans
try
going to
to
say this
impose
game
their
is super
running game.
realistic?
Smashes through the tackle. What a
Which-
good
which
run
one
there.
is it?
He has enough for the first down.
Well, I know this is an
Tell him,
offensive line that
Martinez.
has a ton of pride. They want to
Tell
come out
him.
each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run to pick
The
up
problem is, I think
Not
that
the most productive
I think
half of
that
this
the
offense
Miami
so far,
team
but
on College
finally
Football
starting to
25
get
has
it
some
in
of the
gear.
same issues
First
from
and 10.
NCAA 14.
Tagged in the middle. It's Little.
I think that
He's
once they
brought
get into the
down
red
some.
zone, they
Pick
just
up
can't
short of
finish.
the first down.
I think they
They're good against
struggle to
man
finish
coverage, but they're good
drives.
against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that.
But
for
at
a
least
long
you're
time.
honest.
Second down here.
At least
They've
you're
got
honest,
time
Seminole
to get
Nation.
One more snap off before the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something.
Yeah,
extra
at the
on
end of
their
the day,
lead
you
before the
can't
break.
actually simulate what a coach is going to call. That's why we always say, hey,
Second down
have
coming
fun
up.
with it, but it'll never be fully realistic. You can't actually, and we're talking real
Looking to
humans, you
pass,
know,
it's
on the
Ward.
field here.
It's complete. Dive! Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first
Only so
down.
much a computer can do.
This defense is gonna
Florida
have their
State
hands full
overall is a
because they're
better
gonna need to be
team
comfortable
on
with
paper
guys
in the game.
one-on-one on islands
I think
and
they are a
down the field.
90?
They're just gonna have to make better
A
plays like
90
we saw
overall?
right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the
This
back
is the
end for this
playbook that
defense.
they gave Miami and the playbook they
Canes
gave
trying
Florida
to
State.
cash it
No
in
changes
on
to
first and
playbooks.
goal. Trying to punch it in. And he'll find the end zone. Touchdown, Canes!
All right, I'll take it.
Precision blocking
I'll
up
take
front,
it.
created the open lane and the
caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll try to
I don't know,
consider
Encyclopedia. The score says otherwise.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown. and
The
a
score
field
says
goal at
otherwise
10.
right now.
So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2.
I know, Sam Brown has
Kickoff
been
team
pleading
lining
with
up
EA
to
on
send
Twitter.
this one away.
He said, I opted in. EA, put me in the game.
And
Please.
they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25.
All right.
Guys,
Little
here
2-minute
comes
drill
that
for Florida State with 3
offense back
timeouts.
onto the field.
Let's see what y'all
Running out
got.
of time here in the first half. They do have a chance to make
He
this a
dropped it.
possession game.
And so you got to locate
Oh,
your best players and get
he
them the
dropped
football on
it.
this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
This
That was a
time
smart
it's
play.
complete. They're able to get him stopped.
I thought he was
just
about to
shy
get
of the
sacked.
first down marker.
That was actually a good ball from
So
Dudu
many
DJ.
smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where
You'll
the
get your
holes
chance,
and
Nick.
zones
We'll play head to head.
Find them, and they
You'll
sit down
get a
and
chance.
Make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such a smart player nowadays.
All right, this is huge.
To throw, it's Uyangalele. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
The Seminoles will punt it away on 4th down. On the return, it's Restrepo. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond.
All right, sounds good, Nick.
Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points.
I don't know. Talk with
I think
Virtual
we've started
Norvell.
to identify the matchups that are in
That's
their
all I
favor
can
on
say.
this drive.
Take it
They need
up
to
with
keep
him.
taking advantage of those matchups.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. And it's
Oh,
incomplete.
nice.
If you're
Nice
gonna
pass
take a
break
hit
up
like
there.
that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's
Miami
throwing the
wants to
tight
try
end,
to
you
see if
better
they
be
can at
physical.
least get
Nice
3
job with
because
the hit,
Andy
forcing
can
that
hit
incompletion.
50. Heck, he can hit 55.
Now 2nd and 10.
With 3 timeouts, 40-ish seconds left, like you
He's
see if you
looking
can
to
make
throw.
something happen. This is a big
Fires
rivalry
to the
matchup.
wideout. Got his man downfield.
Go!
Touchdown, Miami. Pulled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Can I be honest? Can I be 100% honest? I am actually blown away this is happening. Nope. Changing it from All-American to varsity does not change that. Does not change that at all. Nope.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
I am just as shocked. If I got it on rookie, then it would be on rookie for both. So Florida State would be the same difficulty as Miami. Make it make sense. Y'all are something else. They're on the same difficulty.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped.
Even if we were playing on freshmen, both teams would be on freshmen. So are you saying Florida State's offense can't handle Miami's freshman defense?
Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down.
And you see the wide receiver, he's got to push up field, make it look like he's going deep, but does a really good job sitting down on that curl, catching the ball, and then as soon as you catch that thing on that curl route, get upfield, get positive yards. Nice route by that wide receiver.
Who's 34? Unfortunately, they have some stand-ins. I don't know what you would call it. They're going to let it run out? Are they just going to heave it once? What are they doing? Yeah, they're just going to... Oh.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Got room on the return. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Hurricane.
I don't even believe this. I'm serious. I don't. Yo!
There it is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense.
Yo! What is happening? What is happening? Look, y'all, listen. Y'all do not understand. You watched me set the game up. This is why I was actually so happy for this game to release. No matter how realistic or unrealistic anyone might think it is, you can't point the finger at me. You watched me set it up. There's no hidden sliders in the background. There's no any of that stuff. Yes, I put it from All-American to varsity. You watched me do it. But both teams are playing on varsity, which means the opportunities are there for both squads.
A lot of guys can hit the hole.
So the argument is irrelevant. If you're going to sim, why not have it on Heisman? Because it'll be total rushing yards negative 30, negative 40, passing yards 50, and 65. It's beyond unrealistic for 90+% of college football games. Yeah, it's just not fun. I will admit, I said it, this is wild. This is crazy. I am shocked. I am.
It's been great execution. They've done exactly what
I think Miami can win. 24-0 is kind of out there,
they were paying
but
attention in practice this week in the film room because
it is college football.
Everybody right now on the same page.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Going to the running game. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
I know, right? It was super realistic when Miami was losing to USF.
Looking for a man. It's Ward. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls.
But if you think it's over at 24-0 in a college football video game, it's far from over.
Something had to change. So to set the tone
it is
like
far
this
from
early
over.
On their opening drive of the third quarter and get a stop on third, that should really help their confidence.
And the Hurricanes decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looking for a block. It's Douglas.
I honestly didn't believe what I was watching when I went to Miami versus Florida State in what, 2022? Is that when that was? When the beatdown happened?
Got him downfield.
I was sitting there watching this saying, this looks like a video game. This doesn't even seem real. But it was.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that.
Let's chop it up. Let's talk about it. Let's let this fuel some trash talk here for this game coming up this season. I want both fan bases to be going at it over this, even though it's virtual.
That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw.
DJ, scanning the field.
Unleashes one deep.
Wow.
And the throw and catch was good, but you got to do it in the field of play. And he couldn't quite keep that.
He was out of bounds?
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those.
The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor using a timeout.
Oh, Norvell's
here.
challenging.
Thinks the call is going to end up going his
Yo,
way.
Norvell is challenging that. Was he in? They gave it to him.
And how about the keen
Wow.
eyes and sharp awareness from
And
the
Norvell
coach
is
to
going for
challenge
2.
that call, and the officials agree.
Oh,
It'll go
snap.
his way. Coming after it. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead.
So what, was that unrealistic then?
They're about to kick it away.
Was that, you know what, unrealistic, crazy. Super unrealistic. No way they could ever get a wide open touchdown like that and get the 2-point conversion. It'll never happen. Unrealistic.
Stop him at the 16. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Out of the gun to give to the back.
Dang, okay, that run game might be getting shut down.
Loses 4 on the carry.
Okay, now,
First down
okay.
Didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't think so either. That was a very interesting choice by the CPU. I think the CPU is just in panic mode because it was down 24 points.
This is what it takes.
So it wants to try to catch up
To where
as
you-
much as possible.
On the side of
Now
your
the play
helmet.
fake.
Candy Canes better soak this up cause it ain't happening when we come to Dolphin Stadium this year.
These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field.
Go Davis! Are you sure about that, Joe?
Kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on
Welcome
third
in,
and
Joel.
long.
I'll sit you atop your throne.
He's looking downfield to throw.
You would not
Trying to
believe,
get to it.
Joel, the
A
way the
little
second
floater
quarter
there
ended.
that falls
It ended
incomplete.
with a pick
And
six
offensively,
with
we know
basically
it's
no
hard
time
throwing
left
ball
on the
in
clock.
third and long situations
It was
because the
insane.
defense can play big zone
Huge
coverages.
mistake
They
from
got a lot of
Doo-Doo
guys
DJ.
with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot.
Earning the
There was nobody
nickname.
open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
And
Wow,
the Canes
wow,
will
wow.
line up to punt it away.
What's up, Joel?
He'll bring it back. It's Douglas. He's brought down, but a really solid.
Sometimes I do think people need to understand that even though we make jokes and we treat it like it's real, it is a video game at the end of the day. So people are like, well, Norvell wouldn't call that. Well, this is virtual Norvell, and that's what virtual Norvell calls. Cam Ward would have took off there. Okay, well, real life, maybe. Virtual Cam Ward decided not to.
One play at a time, though, right?
It is a game. It is a game.
Just go out, do your job, execute.
Joel says, I'm
Get this thing going down the
$1,000
field.
sure.
And if things
Coop.
go well, like David said, we've got a game.
Okay. Hard Rock's sounding pretty loud right now, Joel. If you want, I can be quiet and you can turn up the volume on your phone or TV. Hard Rock's kind of jumping right now. I'm just saying.
And then try to turn it into some scores and fast. He's got an open man. And he
I'm just saying,
rushing
Joe.
in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
DJ is kind of locking in right now, though. I don't like that. I am not a fan of the way Doo-Doo DJ is starting to look in the second half of this game.
Trying to run, it's Williams.
Okay, good day, good day.
Stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to.
I don't hear it, Joe.
Running the football, you can tell.
I don't hear it. Nope.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
Joel? Joel, I can't hear you over the Miami fans.
The give to the running back from the
Joel,
shotgun.
it's so loud I can't. I don't hear anything.
He rolls
Can you
all
speak
the way
up?
down to the 5-yard line before they finally
Dang, no, they're going to get 2 quick
Now a
scores.
big third down
Really?
coming.
I
Down
mean,
multiple possessions.
we're
This is one
halfway
Palmer.
through the third
I'm
quarter.
looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is
That
fourth
pick
down
six
territory,
really
too, so you
hurt
need to
them.
Identify who are your
Really,
best
really hurt
players
Florida
on
State.
offense, and how can you give them a chance?
Walked
He's
in.
gonna take it to the house.
Well, okay, he got taken to the ground a little late, but walked in. Okay. Hit him. Okay, the Heisman pose. Okay.
Man, they needed
Chill,
it.
bro.
They had to have
Chill.
something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Chill, bro. Now, does Norvell go for 2 once again? Uh-huh. Right, workforce? Right. Joel,
Here comes the 2-point
oh my
try.
gosh, he is. He is.
On the run. It's Uiagalelei.
Oh no.
Getting some heat.
Yes.
The pressure gets to him. Quarterback is
That's right.
sacked, and the 2-point attempt is denied, and the lead stays right where it is.
That's right, Elijah Alston. That's right, baby. It ain't nothing to tackle Doo-Doo DJ. What was Norvell thinking?
About to
Yeah,
kick
that could
away
be
after
cool
scoring the
Canes football
touchdown.
talk. I'll see what I can do.
He'll bring it back
10-point
from inside
game.
his 5. Didn't find any
Miami been
coverage
stagnant
and
in
he'll be
the
stopped at
second half here.
17. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of
Yeah,
scrimmage.
think of it this way. Again, people were in Florida State fans were in panic mode, which I get. You see 24-0 on the scoreboard, and your instant instinct is to attack. Coop did this, Coop did that. This game isn't realistic. What's going on? Without that pick six, it's 17-14 right now. Assuming everything else happened as it did, of course. You know. This isn't some kind of crazy blowout like Florida State's just been super outplayed. Miami had two good drives, two pretty good drives. They ran well with Martinez, and then they had a pick six to end the second quarter.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10.
What's up, Eric? That was a big throw right there, though.
He leaves it with the back. Cross the 30 to the
good hard run also. Chew up some clock, baby. Let's go. Yeah, their corners are definitely probably better. With Miami missing Daryl Porter Jr., no Damari Brown. And basically what we do for the simulated season is just pretend that they're injured.
Gets it out fast.
Nice job. Just got to pretend like they're injured. That's all we can do.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't.
Me too, Nick. I've thrown a lot. A whole lot.
In your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him.
I don't know about that, Seminole Nation. I don't know.
First down with the play fake. A strike downfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. They get a nice pickup on this crossing route against the zone, and everybody executed in unison.
You had to wear booty shorts today?
This offense, they've got a plan in the passing game. They've got
what are you talking about,
Fresh?
Fresh?
For man coverage, and they've got some zone beaters as well. You just saw one there on the crossing route.
I hope Miami does show up big for this game.
Pre-snap eye candy for the defense.
It's at Hard Rock. Been a minute now since we beat Florida State.
Down. Grab behind the line. It's Martinez. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time.
Okay.
To that first down
Miami finishing this drive is so big. Walking away with some points.
In space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times, if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Come on here. Positive yards on 2nd and 5.
From the gun, the ground game.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. Scrimmage, that'll be a loss of 3.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked.
What's up, Chris Kane for life? I forgot to give my spiel at halftime. My bad. Forgot all about it.
3rd and long. Try to convert.
Screen to Fletcher.
Well, on 3rd down, they go to the running back screen. They're able to get a couple of yards, but not enough for the first. What do?
Okay. Bring Andy out.
And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight.
Quiet,
and the
quiet.
will place it down on the left hash. A 47-yard try coming.
47-yard kick for Andy.
Showing off that big leg from 47.
Might as well have been from 10. Might as well have been from 10. That's money for Andy. What's up, Steve? What's up, Scotty Digital? What's up with the new thumbnail? What do you mean? Did it change my thumbnail?
So after putting 3
Steve's
on
trolling
the
me.
kickoff team is out there.
Steve's trolling me.
27-14.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25.
The rumor is I'm going to play on middle school difficulty so you can finally beat Florida State. Good one. We will be live when the difficulty is set. Thank you. So you'll all see. Nice job. He might have been. Yo, he might have been walking in. If he catches that.
The pass wasn't where he wanted to put that man. I know that.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25.
No, I feel you, bro. If we're 2 and 4, then
The give is to Williams.
I'm probably I might have to give up football for the rest of the year.
All
right, y'all.
Position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary.
See, now I still think those are better numbers. As I said, I'm looking at total numbers. I'm not looking at, okay, Coop, well, Miami had this or Florida State had this. Miami barely over 50 rushing yards. Florida State, what, 40-something?
He's going to have to throw for it. That's caught. It's Williams. And he's not going to make it.
All right, what are they doing? What are they doing? Joel put the spears. What are they doing?
It's going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. And they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this.
I mean, yeah, from here you got to punt play, dude.
You got to throw first down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn it.
Now, what I'm worried about with Miami, let's be real here. What I'm worried about with Miami is some sort of silly self-inflicted wound here. Putting the ball on the ground, a pick six. I'm not trying to inject bad juju. I'm just saying. Canes fans know what I'm talking about.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
When you're watching Miami football, it's not over till it's over.
It's Ward. He looks that one in nicely. And the ball's on the ground. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, you go from perfect position of strength. I get to salt this clock away. I get to run this out. I'm going to win to, man, now I got to put my defense back on the field, and anything can happen, right, in football.
All right, that's on me. I take full responsibility for that.
Go out and earn it. You had this thing under wraps.
100%, guys. That's me. That's on me.
They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I caused that.
Awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great.
That's me.
An opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Single back formation, and they give it to it. And the Seminoles get it.
What was that mess?
Well, the good news
that
is
was just a horrible all around.
The bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the fourth quarter, and 2, 3, 4 yard.
No, and I get. Look, don't worry. I do get your argument, Riley. I get your argument, but I will say there is still a counter argument here for saying that stuff can also happen. It just depends, right? DJ just got hurt. It just depends on how you want to look at it. I know there are going to be some people that say do All-American. Some people say do varsity. But you also got to remember, there's also people that say do Heisman. So we just got to kind of find that middle ground. I just thought this would be a little more exciting to watch. That's literally all it is. And if we feel like we have to adjust it, it's just part of, we have to deal with it being a new game system. There's going to be, I can sim as much stuff as I can and try to make it good before we go live. We really just have to go live and see what happens. And we'll try to tweak it. I wish the game would have came out, in June when this started, so we could be done with tweaking stuff and changing things. Okay, 4th down. They got to go for it. They got to go for it.
They want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense.
Which quarterback is that for y'all?
In anticipating that throw.
Which quarterback is that?
An arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop it.
Yo!
Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
It's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all
I think that's very realistic to have a backup quarterback come in the fourth quarter trying to play hero ball in an away game against an in-state rival, and he throws an interception to an experienced corner, Mish Powell.
Yeah, and I think sometimes
I'm just saying.
be a little bit conservative, but keep doing you. Put that behind. It's
If
promising
that
success and move on.
if that scenario came up, what happened with Tyler Van Dyke? Tyler Van Dyke had the more experience. Emery goes down though. You bring in the guy who's only been warming up on the sideline. Tyler Van Dyke comes out, has to drive down the field to try to tie it up or win, depending on whatever Miami's going to do. And he throws an interception. It was fourth down. He had to force something, but his butt's been over there on the sideline for the last almost 4 quarters.
Give me some positive yards.
Now this offense facing
Traveling Fools, what's up?
From their own 30. Trying the left side.
If anyone ever thinks the playbooks are authentic,
Stands tall and makes the stop.
you've got some issues. Please tell me no one thinks that EA goes up to the University of Miami and they say, we need to speak with Shannon Dawson, we need a copy of his playbook.
Team onto the field.
It don't work like that. They don't go up to any school and say, guys, we need copies of your playbook so we can put them in our video game.
It's Douglas. Powers through.
It doesn't work. It definitely doesn't work like that
Offense in the gates.
at all.
Yardage on the punt. They'll leave it with the lone back.
Oh, wow.
At the 45
That was actually a big run for
and
Florida
they'll
State.
finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Okay.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in
Tell
space.
him, John.
Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell.
DVD had to put the ball in
Speed,
danger
does a
because
great
time was
job
running out.
getting
That's what I'm
downfield,
saying, though.
making a
Like,
huge rushing play.
he came out and he had to save the day.
Looking to move it
He had to
through
come
the
out
air.
and he had to throw it.
Pocket starts to collapse. Finds his man. It's
But it still
Spencer.
doesn't change the fact that he hadn't played that entire game.
Middle of the field. I think
Doo-doo
it's so
DJ's back in.
defense is on it.
Y'all got him back in.
Just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver in the middle of the field.
Yeah, but what my point, though, Thomas, is
The Noles
they just go
will hustle
off
for
of
the
what they
line.
see these teams run and they put it in. But they don't get copies of the playbooks.
Looking downfield. It's Uyunglele.
But it is funny, though,
Got
to
his
think
man
about.
quickly. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough.
Remember, they got a
for the first
2-minute
down.
warning. No, but I got you,
Hitch
Thomas.
route. Nice job
I
getting
got
the
you.
ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice
I
job being on
sense
the
some
same page.
tension
Nice
in the room
completion, nice
here.
catch.
And the Seminoles with the first and
Are they
10.
going to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning?
He's
No.
gonna pass.
Now it's back. I thought DJ was in.
Nowhere to go.
Yo!
Loose.
Stupid score.
The defense
Let's go.
grabs it, and they're going the other way.
There's the door.
Flying down the left side.
That's game. And the Canes fans go wild. Mesador called game.
And now they'll try to get the two-point conversion, guys. From the gun, he'll try to throw. He's got the two-point conversion, and they build on that lead. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did.
I'm not going to lie. I can come out and say this now.
Must rivet that ball to their rib cage. Can't afford another turnover. Here he comes from inside his own 5.
I didn't know who the heck was going to win
Looking
this.
for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at
Oh,
the
I'm
18.
happy. I'm happy.
Guys, here comes that
I didn't know
Florida State offense
who
back
was going to
onto
win
the
this.
field. Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the big fella. And that is good versatility there.
Why y'all so mad?
From the backer in pass coverage.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on
Why
the
are you
dink
so
and dunk. It
mad?
have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today.
It was just a video game
Got some good pieces.
30 minutes
Find a way to
ago.
Fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense because today they've been lacking.
Using the quick game. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. It'll be a first and 10 from the 29. On the move, it's Uyangalele. Wide open downfield.
How many timeouts do you
They'll
have?
get the
2?
first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to
Joel
attack
said
the middle of the field in
he
the passing game, and they were
guarantees
able to
this won't
execute
happen.
the end route there.
He guarantees this will not
Now
happen.
they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
And you know what? As I said, if we look back and we say, you know what? We don't like varsity. We can go to All-American. Now, Florida State fans will be pissed because they'll say, well, then we have to resend this on All-American.
And this defense has put a game together.
Again, it's part of getting a new game. You also got to remember that Miami, from NCAA 14 revamped, is 2-4. They won 2 freaking games.
The incomplete pass leaves them with second down.
A lot of Canes fans are going to say that's not
He's
realistic.
looking to throw.
To lose to Florida, to lose to USF, to lose to Louisville.
Those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things
We just got to roll with it. We got to roll with it.
Aren't gonna like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man downfield. And a big time.
Oh, we don't
grab
want
there,
that.
right down immediately, but not before he gets
We
it to
do
the
not want
40.
that.
The offense set for a first down play.
You don't think Florida State fans care that much
He's
about this
looking to
ridiculous
throw.
series?
Catch in the middle. It's Douglas. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense.
Okay.
They'll get a
This is
chance
what
to
it takes.
regroup on the sideline.
And Cal, and Miami lost to Cal. True. That's what I'm saying.
To the air. It's Uyangalele. Out of the backfield, he's open.
This is what they should have done. Just dink and dunk. Just throw it underneath it in the middle of the field. It's there. Is Chloe in here?
Keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a
Is Chloe ready to
versatile back.
celebrate? Randy, thank you for the 2.
Want to pick up the tempo.
Florida State fans say they're not mad, Randy, but there's a couple in here.
Got to get everyone set. They spike it to stop.
Thomas, thank you for the 3 months. Did you know that simulating in Madden has a 75% accuracy rate in predicting the Super Bowl winner? That's crazy. I did not know that. Dang.
Offense gets set for second down. He's
Thank you,
looking
bro. I
to throw.
appreciate it.
Grabbed in the middle. It's
Is there
Williams.
just nothing open down the
Timeout
field?
called by the offense. 23
Oh, and the
seconds
virtual
remaining in
band.
the game. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal.
A little
try.
slow
How
tonight,
aggressive
Tropical. My
they're going
bad.
to be to try to pick up that first down. From the gun, wants to pass.
Bro, the rush.
Pressure and down. He
Austin.
goes at the 33.
Bane. Oh, dude, DJ's done, bro. Norvell's playing him hurt. He wanted to win on the road. Come on, Norvell. Getting your portal quarterback taken out. Yo. What's up, Cajun Kane? Miami Hurricanes get a much needed win tonight over the Florida State Seminoles. Now, here's what I'll do. Don't go anywhere. I want to do something tonight. For science, no matter what, this goes down as the official one. Miami is 3-4. 3-4. Now, Florida State fans are going to be upset because, well, this was the game against them. I get it. We had to tweak some stuff. I know. But at the end of the day, Miami is 3-4. And see, this shows how buggy the game can be. This was not the final score. The score was not 34-8. That was not the score.
This is what it take to wear the U
Hello?
on the side of your helmet.
Go Canes.
Huh? Somebody's getting fired. Miami moves to 3-4. Don't go anywhere because I want to say a couple of things and we're going to do something for science. And I'm specifically talking to the Florida State fans. We're going to do something because I want to see something here. Scotty Digital. Massive sim win. Well said. Thank you for the big 5, Scotty Digital. I appreciate the love. Workforce Freebie. Thank you for the 305. That does cool Mario's seat off a bit, his virtual seat. A win against Florida State absolutely helps his case. It sure does. But I do also know Canes fans, and they're not going to forgive a loss to USF, to Florida, to Cal, to Louisville. Duck, appreciate you for the 305 as well, my man. Thank you for the love. I want to say something, and then I want to test something here. Just let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. This is what it goes down as officially, but not 34-8. This shows you how buggy simming games is in college football 25, period. Take out difficulty settings. Take out the sliders. Take out all of it. If you Google simming games in college football 25, what you are going to get back is this is super buggy. It's very inconsistent. There's all sorts of issues. Literally, it can't even put the right score on the screen at the end. My argument is this. This game is still more fun and better and offers more across the board than NCAA 14. It's easier on the eyes. It's a newer game. It's 10 years newer on modern hardware. I still prefer this.
This is what it takes.
But just remember that
to wear the U
just because it's new doesn't mean it's perfect. There's lots of bugs. There's lots of issues. And this is their first one in 10 years, and it is also just EA, and they do that.
I guess Virtual Mario's chair is cooling off now.
EA is not known for putting out super polished products. You know? NCAA 2005 is 500% better than this. Now, that's a pretty wild statement. Now, hold up. Look. Hold up. I love the early 2000s of gaming. I owned an OG Xbox, PS2. Big fan of that era of gaming. The golden age of MMORPGs, all that stuff. I'm just saying the game is going to have some bugs. It's going to have some issues. So I guess I get confused on why people are pointing the finger at me. We just have to roll with it. Just like we had, think in NCAA 14. I think people forget this. There were literal plays we could not run because the team would walk out with no one at center. I literally had a play last year in NCAA 14 where I snapped the ball 70 yards forward. It bounced off of the goalpost and landed in the end zone behind me, and the game gave me 7 points. I think I should press the laugh track for that. I agree that I think it should be less buggy than this. I think there's some ridiculous, silly things that need to be fixed. But let's do something. Let's do something. So here's the stats. Let's take a quick look at this. 245 yards for Florida State, 296 for Miami. Pretty even. Still even here. 54 yards on the ground for Miami, 27 for Florida State. I think the bigger issue here is just simulating games are kind of wonky. Straight up, they just are. And there's nothing we can... I know, again, sliders, difficulty, all that. But simming the games is kind of wonky at the moment. The turnovers there cost Florida State. They had a late push. But the pick six in the second quarter was yikes. Right? Cam Ward, 19 of 23 for 242, one touchdown, no picks. Doodoo DJ also went down. He got injured in this game. You had to bring in Brock Glenn, who went 2 of 3 for 16 yards and a pick. Doodoo DJ did not throw a touchdown pass, 22 of 30 for 202. Williams was the leading rusher, 11 carries for 47 yards. For Miami, Martinez, 22 for 60. Not a bad day for Martinez. Not a bad day for Martinez. Top receiver for the Canes was actually Elijah Arroyo. Time for the Arroyo show, I guess. Wow. Florida State was, to no surprise, Malik Benson. I'm always joking when I say I don't know who that guy is. I know who that guy is. 7 receptions for 75 yards. Now, here's what I want to do. Canes get a win. They are officially 3-4 on the season. Tomorrow, I do the Coach Coop Plays version. Miami versus Florida State, complete with Coach Coop, Florida State diss track, the coach of the Miami Hurricanes. But here's another thing I want to do. For science, let's see something. We made the change from All-American to varsity, which was a controversial change amongst some of the viewers. Let's go in and do All-American. All-American. Let's quick sim the game, but here's what I want to do. Let's quick sim like 3 of them, just real quick. This is just for fun. And I want to see what the outcome is. This is just for fun. I just want to see what would happen. No, I'll never do it on Heisman. I'll never do it on Heisman unless they tweak some things. Heisman is just ridiculously boring to watch. Like, we're talking Miami versus Florida State, and it would bore me to sleep. So let's see. We're not playing it out. You guys are like, dang, Coop, I'm not hanging out for 3 more hours. We're gonna quick sim. Let's do like 2 or 3 of them, and let's just see what happens. All right, Super Sim. Okay, on All-American, let's see what happens. (24-17) at halftime. 27-17.
You know what's great about rivalry games?
Miami wins.
Each side
34-24.
Wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs.
On All-American.
Speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet?
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody.
And Martinez rushed for double the amount, double the yards.
This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game.
Now, wait, we're not done yet. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. You want to know what is extra scary? Wait a minute. What was the real final score to the game we just played?
That's going to do it for us.
Wait a minute.
Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast
now this is kind of weird. This is kind of weird because it wasn't 8. Remember, they got it wrong. What was the actual final score? It was 35-14. Wow. Okay. Not that different. Florida State did get 10 more points, and Miami got 1 point less. Okay. .339 total yards for Florida State, 418 for Miami. Rushing yards were actually off the freaking charts. 214 for Miami, 142 for Florida State. Well, it's not about trying to see who we can make win. Remember that. Because I respect Briley a lot. And he might be right that All-American might be better. We maybe should stick with All-American. It's possible. But I also do want to add, Miami did still win. Just in case someone wants to pop in and say, Coop, you changed it because you thought it would give Miami a better shot. Miami still won the game. Let's sim it again. I want to see if these can be wildly different within college football 25. That's what I'm looking at. I think Miami is just the better team in college football 25. 37 to 21.
Rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So
they haven't lost to Florida State yet.
Rival, you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Huh.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish.
Like,
now,
see, the funny thing is, Nick, is you know where I'm coming from, I think. I know a lot of people are just angry and want to, well, this ain't. No, I just want to see. Take fandom out of it here for a second. I just want to see what the game thinks, how it runs these games. That's an even bigger win for Miami. No, let's see. It was what? A 10-point win. So that's an even bigger win for the Canes. 37 to 21. One more. Miami won on varsity. Miami has won 2 back-to-back on All-American. Final All-American. Let's see. Can Florida State win any of them? Only the first one counts. Because I know on NCAA 14, I'm telling you guys, I would sim the games, and sometimes Miami would win by 40, and then they would lose by 40. It was so up and down.
There's a
Miami
long
wins.
and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter
Closer.
adds another to that
Closer.
legacy.
Really
But
impressed
26
by
to
the
24.
poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared.
Florida State
They
could
were
not
calm,
secure a win in
definitely
any of
confident,
the
David. They were able to
simulated
go out,
games.
execute well enough
And they
to
won't
get this
tomorrow
win.
in the Coach
And
Coop
it's
plays
hard
version
in these
either.
rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many points.
Joel
It's
said,
hard to
Coop,
rein
when
in
the
your
real
emotions,
game
but they
happens,
did.
just know
They
there
kept
is a
it in check,
shoulder
and now
here for
bragging
you
rights
to
for
cry
the whole
on.
year.
I don't know,
That's
Joel. It's
gonna
not
do
looking
it
good
us
for the
from here.
Knowles.
For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese
They lost
Davis,
4 in a
and this
row
has
in the
been
Vidya
another
game.
presentation
So-
of EA Sports College Football.
Yeah, 7-4 now. 7-4, right? So let's do this. So the people are calling for Heisman. Let's see. One last test here. Miami won 4 in a row, 1 on varsity in the actual sim, 3 on All-American. You guys do think I'm going to beat Florida State tomorrow, right? Right, guys? 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 Gotta go to tally? No, let's just try Heisman first. Because the game won't be at tally this year. But I know what you're saying for science, right? For science. What difficulty for the AI for tomorrow?
The names that built this program are legendary. Lewis,
For tomorrow, Nick?
Taylor, Reed, Portis, Hosar, Testaverde. And it is with reverence, respect, and excitement that we welcome you to Hard
No
Rock
chance? Okay, I'll
Stadium,
remember that prime
home
time.
of the Miami
I'll
Hurricanes.
remember you specifically when you said no chance. When I get the dub tomorrow. If Coop hates FSU so much, why does he insist on keeping the Florida State hat? I mean,
as we'll see, the number 11 team in the country.
I mean, I've got this too, Joel. That way I could chop the hat. That's why I keep it.
For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack.
Okay, this is on Heisman. Now watch, Florida State's going to win, so then the Florida State fans are going to say, yep, it's because Miami can't handle the higher difficulty. Here they come.
When you deal with a rivalry
Florida
game,
State gets
you
a win.
have to live with the outcome for a full year, and this one is going to rest in their
21-13
minds for the entire season going into next year.
And it's not going to sit well with the losing team. When you lose these, you're going to get hounded and you're going to get hate. You're
Burn that mess.
Social media is going to destroy you about losing to your rival.
Okay.
But you got to put it past
Okay.
you. It is just one game. It's not that big of a
Joel,
deal.
yeah,
Well,
Joel's got you, bro.
Yeah, it kind of is.
It kind of is a big deal. You're right.
All
dude.
right.
I mean, a lot of these
Now let's
kids,
do
they
3 of
played
them.
with each other or against each
Oh,
other.
now
High school,
more
they've known
realistic,
each other
my
for a
booty,
long
just
time. There's
'cause
gonna
your
be a
team
lot of
won.
trash talk
Yeah.
going on, not
All right,
just
let's try
between
again.
Players, but the fans, their
Let's do 3 of
families,
them.
Coaching staffs. This is a game that's
I think some people are trolling and then the others are missing the bigger picture here, which is looking to see how consistent college football 25 is. But to be fair, hold on, to be fair, college football games can also be wildly different. Take Miami and Florida State out of the equation, and let's say Tennessee and Bama. They could play 3 times back-to-back, and even though it's the same players lining up, it could be wildly different. It does happen. It does happen sometimes. And sometimes there are Heisman games that will be fun. But I just test simmed several, and again, when total yards in the game are less than 150 across the board for both teams, from a viewer standpoint, from a content creator standpoint, it's just not a good idea. All right, let's see. Another on Heisman. Defensive games and stuff are good, but when that stuff happens, it's just, I have to think about it from a viewer point of view.
This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up
How
and
are the
down,
scores
and
higher
they just
on
couldn't
Heisman?
quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses
Did it
have
kick it to
changed, right?
freshmen?
It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual
Doo-doo
effort on the
DJ with
defensive side of the
320
football
yards
for
and
this
completed
team.
90% of his
Somebody
passes
needs to
with
step up in
6
big
touchdowns.
moments and big games and make the play to win.
Huh?
We didn't see it happen today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack.
All right, if
I'm
that's the
broadcast
case,
team.
I want
I'm
you to
Reese
stream
Davis.
it
This
on
has been
Heisman,
another
and I need to see you
presentation
put
of
up
EA Sports
52
College
points on
Football.
Miami, my man. Nah, something don't make sense. I'm not saying Florida State can't win. I'm saying that score doesn't make sense on Heisman. I still don't know if the menus are bugged because watch this. I bet this says freshman. No, it says Heisman. Okay, it says Heisman. I stand corrected. All right, one more. But see, the problem is, though, Briley, the tests off stream back up my point. But then now these I'm doing on stream back up your point. That's why I changed it like in the first place. Was because I couldn't stand watching it. It was so boring.
It's really easy to
And then
get
Miami
caught up
wins
in
that
the
one.
emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started.
That's the only reason why we ever changed it in the first
This
place.
is the rivalry
Because
you
we
put a
did
lot of stock
NCAA
in
14
all offseason.
revamped
You're talking
on
about
Heisman.
This game in particular, you go out and get the dub. It's
But
a
I was over
relief
here trying
because
to
you
do
definitely
test
wanted
sims
this
on
team.
Heisman on
And it's
this, and I
bragging
was
rights
falling
for
asleep in my
everybody, for
chair.
the coaching staff,
I'm
for the
serious.
fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365
And I know sometimes college football
days,
games
you
will
can
do
talk
that to
about
you.
how
You know, if
went
you don't
out,
have a dog in the
dominated,
fight and you're just
and you
watching, it's
beat
like a
your rival. A lot of
slow,
these guys are gonna go on to the
you know,
NFL. They'll be in locker rooms
defensive
next year.
game
They'll be
or
talking
whatever
about
it
this
might
for a
be.
long time.
And you're
So
like,
that's
oh
gonna
man,
do
this
it
is a
for us.
snooze
For
fest.
Jesse
But
Palmer,
it
David
was
Pollack, I'm Reese
rough.
Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Now one for freshmen. But trust me, I do get your point. I do get your point, Briley, because again, on the lower difficulties, wilder things are going to happen. You're not wrong at all. You're not wrong at all. Like, I need you to know that you are right on that. You're right on that. I just have to think of it also from, again, you got to think of it from a streamer point of view. Being a content creator, putting out content, you know, video streams that people want to watch. And it's just from my testing, Heisman was almost unwatchable. I've also, at least on NCAA 14, I don't know if College Football 25 is the case, quick sims versus letting it play out were also very, very different. I know it's supposed to be the same thing, but it would be really, really different. Like, because when I do these, when I do the test, I don't super sim them. So when I do the test, I start the game, CPU versus CPU, 8-minute quarters, and then I let the entire game play out. And I'll watch like the first one in its entirety, and then the other ones I'll be working on side projects while it's doing it. So I actually let it play all the way out, over and over, over and over, over and over, and then go back and look at it. And again, I couldn't. Heisman, I'm just going to be blunt. I don't make it only about the views. Heisman, my view count would cut in half, at least. People will leave in the first and second quarter, and they'll say, I'm not watching this. Well, and it depends, though, because won't you agree that there are games where players are going to make lots of mistakes? So, like throwing the interception or the fumbles and things, those do happen in games, though. So, All-American is probably the sweet spot. Because, again, you got to remember, I'm partially in agreement with you here. I think All-American is probably going to be the sweet spot where we end up leaving it. I think Heisman is still too much, though. Because then I think that, again, when you, 9 touchdown passes or 90% completion percentage, like, come on. Come on. That's where you cheat, like a lot of these gaming streamers. So I think All-American is probably the best. We simmed 3 more All-American games, and Miami won all 3 of them. So keep that in mind. Miami won all 3 of those. Plus, they won the one on varsity. So there's always a chance that anything could have happened, but it looked like that either way tonight, varsity or All-American, set the stats to the side, Miami was going to win. Calling a pass play inside your own 30 with 1 second left in the half is just dumb, nonsensical goof. But, Briley, it was the same on NCAA 14. So we have some upgrades in some aspects, But my argument still stands with we did 3 sims in All-American, and Miami won all 3 of them. They also won on varsity, and then Florida State won 2 of the 3 on Heisman. They're both going to have weird, silly, stupid stuff that happens. Again, you're right on that. The play calling is also just kind of silly and stupid anyways. I know, exactly. Yeah, but it just depends. That's what I'm saying. It just depends, though. It just depends. I can promise you that if we could load it up on Heisman, and there are going to be some of those plays where we say, what the heck is happening? There's no way they would do that. But you're right that it should happen less, and probably does happen less. Again, I'm with you on that. But can we agree that either way it looked like it wasn't going to be Florida State's night because they lost the varsity sim and they lost 3 in a row on All-American sim. And we're not doing Heisman no matter what. I won't bump it up to that for the simulated season. It would be we would probably cap it at All-American. And that's what I want to play on for the Coach Coop plays version as well. Is probably All-American. Which that's what we had decided on anyways, last week or the week before? Yeah, no, it'd be tough. It'd be tough for human controlled. Exactly, yeah. But we gotta roll with it. We gotta roll with it. It is what it is. The game overall is definitely buggier than I would like, but I kind of figured EA. I don't play Madden, but I'd seen what had been happening with Madden. I fall in a unique category anyways when it comes to like playing viewers and stuff, because the way to win is to cheese it. This is not a shot at Tug. Tug played to win. But when I played Tug on Sunday, what did he do with Alabama and Milroe? As soon as they would hike it back, he would backpedal 10 to 15 yards every single play. They're not going to do that in real life. But you're playing a video game. It's not real life. So then what he would do, I'd try to spy him or do whatever, but it wouldn't be, you get what I'm saying, right? If you want to be good at the game, Madden, NCAA, or College Football 25, whatever, when you play players, you've got to cheese it. Because that's what everybody who's going to be way up there is going to do. They're going to spam 2, 3, 4 broken plays. They're going to find some sort of meta thing that works, that beats everybody, and that's what they're going to do. Because there's no way. It got to the point where I was sitting here and I was like, I remember I said, do you do anything else other than roll out with Milroe 10 to 15 yards back? That's the strategy with Bama. That's what works in the video game. So I get it. And turned off injuries and wear and tear. Yeah, this is not a shot at you, Tug, if you watch this later. Or if you're lurking here now. I'm just saying, I fall in a weird category because when I play it on the Coach Coop Plays version, and when I'm playing you guys, I try to play it like a real football game. And that's not the way to play a video game, really. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you won't win if you do that because it's not a real football game. And I understand that. But it's just hard for me to get myself to play it more like a video game. To do the silly calls, to, be back at the 20 and it's 4th and 13 and I'm going for it. You wouldn't do that in football. It's the first quarter. What the heck are you thinking? But in a video game, you do. What's up, Burgos? My issue isn't that FSU lost. It was the lack of realism that then affects the deficit, which affects the rest of the play calling. Same with the runs on 3rd and long and a pass on 3rd and 1. The decisions seem more realistic in the past, even if the results of the plays might have been unpredictable. And again, I agree with you on some stuff. On some of it, we just have to agree to disagree. I think that either way, Miami wins tonight is what I'm saying, based on what we just saw with the testing. I think for the rest of them, though, I do think we do All-American. And that's why I wanted to do the little test, Briley, to see if I simmed it on All-American. We still wouldn't have changed it. We committed. It was live. It already happened. But I was like, let's test it on All-American. And if Florida State wins all 3 of those, I'm going to be like, okay, hold on a second. But they didn't. Miami won all 3 of them. This was supposed to be fun and not real. Kind of takes away from the enjoyment if we're going to debate a video game. I mean, that's fair too. That's also a good argument. I get it, yeah. Again, I hype it up like it's a real game, but it's not. It is a video game. It's a video game. Video games do be video gaming. You know? They do some goofy stuff. But it's still fun. I still enjoy it. You got to remember too, Miami was 2-4 going into this game. So even though it's a video game, I had to endure Miami losing 4 games out of 6 so far this season. And people pounded me on Twitter saying, Coop, like, you got it wrong. Miami, there ain't no way Miami starts 2-4. Well, that's what the sim did. I don't know. Last year, the simulation had Miami playing in the ACC championship game and winning, going 11-1. So we can argue how realistic that was. They won 7. The sim had them winning 11 and winning the ACC championship, or playing in it. I don't remember if they won it, but they went to the ACC championship game. They might have even won did they win the Natty? No, I don't remember. At the end of the day, I do have a question, though, for you, Briley. You know we're good, right? I'm not talking Miami. I'm talking me and you. I always like it when people speak their mind on here, even if it's disagreeing with me. We good, Briley. We good. I want you to argue your point because you make some good points. We do treat it like life and death. We do. It ruins our entire week, right? If our team ends up losing on Saturday and I'm like, well, my week's screwed. Forget that. Cancel all my plans. Goofy can be entertaining. It can. Losing to Cal and USF is sketch. Yeah, realistically, look, I get what they're talking about with, I forget his last name, Alex, with USF. When he was like, oh, you guys are all like, we got to play Miami and whoever else they said, Florida or Florida State, whatever it is. I forgot their schedule. And he was like, oh, no, you guys got to play USF. And I'm like, look, I know anything can happen, but come on now. Come on. He said it about Bama? Is that what it was? Miami and Bama? Miami could lose to USF. Anybody could. But I think Miami's going to be fine. I think Miami's going to be fine in that game. I'm not worried about it. So they do go to Bama. Okay. I guess I could kick it over because the game is done. So I do still hope you guys had fun. I know Miami fans enjoyed themselves, obviously, getting a win, which hadn't happened, well, in a while. Miami hadn't won since they played Virginia Tech. The Coach Coop Plays version still happens tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and I still plan on playing viewers at 9 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. So we'll still be doing all that. So it should be an action-packed weekend. This is the year tired of the talk. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? It'd be nice. It's the only way Miami can win is through a video game. We'll find out. We'll find out. Part of the reason winning is a week-long high is because losing ruins the week. True. Part of the roller coaster. Yep. Hey, I had fun, Joel. I had fun. I know there were some disagreements at the end, but we're all good. That's why I stayed live, so we could talk it out. I ain't worried about it. No, nothing here on the internet is personal for me. Like when Briley's going back and forth with me, there are people that would block him. There are people that would be like, I'm pissed at Briley. I can't stand Briley. No, it's the internet. Nobody's mad at anybody. At least I'm not. You might be mad at me, but I'm not mad at you. We're chilling. I'm not taking anything serious. Oh, no, see, Briley's mad. No, Briley's mad. Saving your stress for the real season. True, Stephanie. True. Are you going to dye your hair if FSU wins this season? I am going to do some kind of bet. What about that UGA take? All right, what was it, Nick? Hit me with it. Everything is just a joke unless we're talking about Uncle Lou. You know, I wouldn't mind playing Uncle Lou on stream, Joel. He plays college football video games. He used to stream NCAA 14, the old one that I would play. So I need to see if he'll play. Hurricane T2Y wants to play. Remember how I called him out on stream last week? He DM'd me and said, yo, people said you're calling me out. I know that I've been ghosting you. Let's run it. So I said, okay, let's play. Now he's disappeared again, by the way. Now he's disappeared again. But it is what it is. And then Coach Hayes said, Coop, let's run it. And I said, let's do it. I picked up the phone. I called him. It's going to happen. So the content creators showdowns, repping their teams, even if it's Miami versus Miami, is going to be really fun. It's going to be really fun. Coop versus Joel is going to happen. Joel, it's going to happen. It will happen. Yep. What about Flo? I'll play him. I'll play any of the other content creators. You tell them if my name comes out of their mouth and they're talking about playing this game, Coop will play. I'll play all of them. Let's just get me the info. Let's do it. I'm not going to run or hide from anybody, no matter what my record is. I could be on a 20-game losing streak, and I'll play any of them. Them and their criminality folks can't drive and end up arrested all over the place. I did see some of that. Now, let me say this, though, Nick. What is the question exactly? Like, what do you want me to... I'm trying to be a little careful here. What exactly is the question? Did you play TJ yet? Not yet, no. But I'll play him. You talking about TJ with double fries, no slaw? Most recent is family violence involving children. UGA has real culture issues, not just locker room issues. See, I don't talk to a lot of, dogging their culture issues. I don't talk to a lot of Georgia fans. Let me ask this. Are the vocal Georgia fans online addressing this? As in, like, are they saying we don't stand for this? Or are they playing the whole, okay, well, let's wait and see. Like, you know, he is a star receiver. Like, hold on a minute. Like, what I would like to know what the majority of Georgia fans are saying. Because that would maybe kind of speak on their fan base a little bit, in my opinion. It won't be all of them, but you can look at kind of the vocal majority. And I know there are a lot of fan bases that if it was a big-time player, you kind of want to be like, well, hold on, let's not be too harsh. You know? Let's not be too harsh on these guys. They're young guys. They make mistakes. They're learning. These young men, I mean kids. They didn't care about the racing despite the fact that a staffer got killed in an incident. Not sure about the most recent issues. I mean, with the stuff that's coming out, I wouldn't be surprised if they do start to kind of crumble and implode a bit. He wants you to say Kirby is the new Urban Meyer. Like, they kind of had their run, you know. I know they've got some stacked talent. It wouldn't shock me if they started to fall apart a bit. Because, again, the culture thing is huge. It is. And once it becomes a pretty big problem, it takes a while to fix it and correct it. And usually you got to go in and you got to clean house and almost start over and build it, start from the bottom and build it back up again. Because I don't know what happens behind the scenes with what's being said, what they're letting slide, not holding people accountable, players and coaches. But I'll just say it would not surprise me at all to see them implode and it goes downhill pretty quickly. But we'll see. We'll see. There's only so much you can make up for with just like sheer talent on the field that people are arguing behind the scenes, and there's all sorts of other stuff happening and butting heads and things, you know. Yeah, you're right, Thomas. You're right. And it takes a long time to get out of that. It does. I say everybody has to be held accountable. I don't care what your star rating is or what your NIL deal is, any of that. And it applies to coaches and players. When there's very serious stuff like that happening that involves kids or accidents that gets people killed, you can't play around with that. Cannot play around with that. And that's a serious problem, and they should be open about it and address it and nip it in the butt and take care of it. But I think Georgia might be heading down. That's all I'll say. 100% unexcusable. I agree. Yep. Twitter fans are excuse making, and Twitter's a different breed anyways, right? Twitter's a whole different. You should call in Greg Flugar's college football show. I've heard him reference how much he likes your show, although I've never seen him in here. Did he really? Wait, am I thinking of the same person? There are a lot of people that hang out that don't talk. I do the same thing. I hang out in a lot of college football channels. Oh, yeah, he follows me on Twitter. Is this the guy you're talking about? I don't chat when I hang out in other college football shows. Yeah, it says he follows me. Yeah, a lot of people just lurk. They don't talk, which I get. As much as I run my mouth on camera, I don't when I'm hanging out in other streams. I don't talk at all. Yeah, that's true, Nick. That's true. You should play Sea-Dog. I'll play Sea-Dog. I already played one Georgia Tech fan. I'll play another. Sea-Dog's been playing a lot, man. He's been doing the was he doing Dynasty or Road to Glory? I don't know which one he was doing. I still want to do a Dynasty and try to win a natty with UTEP. That's what I still want to try to do. And I think I might do some kind of streams or series, but I'm just so behind. I'm so freaking behind. So, with that being said, I got to give a shout out to my man, top dono of the night, Joel Davis with the $99.99. Joel, I appreciate the love, my man. I know you say this isn't how it's going to go, but we'll find out. We'll also take the Coach Coop Plays version tomorrow, and we'll see maybe if you think that's more realistic. You know, I'm planning on winning big, planning on winning real big. Workforce freebie, thank you for the love tonight. Scotty Digital, Duck, Thomas Shearer, Randy, multiple times Randy, Zach Jones, Bahama, Corey Gray, and Tropical. I appreciate the love for y'all.
We ballin', boy.
Or from y'all. Not for y'all, from y'all. Blake Metz. What's up, Coop? Let's play some college football 25 soon. Let's do it, Blake. Hey, thank you for the love, my man. 10 straight months. If you're not in the Discord, jump in there. Because that's where we line everything up. We jump in the voice chat rooms when we do head-to-head matchups on Sundays and any other time. So make sure you join the Discord, Blake. Thank you for the love, bro. You're in there? Perfect. Perfect. We'll run it for sure. We'll run it for sure. You're a Canes fan member. I try to give you guys priority. So we'll get you in there. You like it, Miss K? Good to see you, Miss K. I ain't seen you in a minute. I've been seeing you leave comments on my Positive Gamer VODs on YouTube, though. I appreciate that. Is there a way you can modify gameplay, then pick a level like Varsity or All-American? So you can, Miss Felony Strutter, you can. It's just so hard to find like exactly where you want it to be. And that's why I try to emphasize, but I know it's hard for a lot of people to wrap their head around it. I tried to push that there would be a period this year, probably honestly for the majority of the rest of it, where we're kind of in limbo with trying to figure out the best settings for college football 25. If you think about NCAA 14 and the revamped mod, that was 10 years worth of adjusting sliders and getting everything just right. Because I'm going to be honest, NCAA 14 on the revamped mod before we transitioned over was feeling really good. Like the Coach Coop Plays version and the Sims. I felt like everything was spot on. It made silly, wonky mistakes and stuff. It was a 10-year-old game, but it felt pretty good overall. When we look at college football 25, and this is what some other people were recommending, you can go into settings and you have access to how often penalties are called. And I'm showing this because some people don't own the game, but they watch these streams. Look at this. You have direct control over all of this. Player skill. We've got QB accuracy, pass blocking, wide receiver catching, run blocking, ball security, pass defense, reaction time, interceptions, pass coverage. You've got field goal stuff and punting stuff. Then you also have separate CPU skill versus the player skill. Right now, all of this is just base. Just what it's set at, which is right in the middle of the road at 50. I know there are probably a lot of these you can change and make it more realistic, but I have to be very careful because I can go in and change some of these and it make it way more wonky than what it's been so far. But people will be like, oh, well, just take this and put QB accuracy up to 55. That seems minimal, right? Like 50 to 55. You never freaking know. You never know. It's EA and it's a video game. I'm waiting for them to really dial it in. And fortunately, the game came out, the new one. But unfortunately, we're halfway through the simulated season already. So it kind of sucks to have to transition. You know? And I tried to warn people up front that was going to be the case this year, and it was going to make for some weird streams. It's just what we had to do. I had even considered not transitioning over and just playing NCAA 14 revamped because that's what we started on this year. But then I was like, that'd be stupid because you guys agree. Every other comment would have been, Coop, why are you not playing the new game? Coop, there's a new game that looks way better visually. There's a new game. Like, why would you not play the new one? So I was like, let's transition over. We'll bite the bullet. We'll deal with the issues when they arise. And hopefully next year, everything will be like fully dialed in. Right in time for college football 26 to come out. You know? But given EA's track record, it probably won't be that different and we can carry over the same settings. Let's be real. Let's be honest here. So I just wanted to show you, absolutely, we can go in and change some stuff. But before I commit, I need to figure out where to draw the line with some of these and figure out where we really want to put it. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I agree with some of the arguments Briley was making earlier, and I think I'm going to stick to All-American probably across the board. Probably for the Coach Coop Plays version and the CPU versus CPU. So that's what I'm thinking. But I'm going to struggle. A lot of people are suggesting that on Saturdays I play on varsity because that's just more where I'm at. Like, just realistically, I'm being serious. I trash talk a lot, but I'm not that good at the game. I can admit it. I'm not that good at the game. So varsity is probably more realistic because I let Louisville put up 60 on me last week. What was the final score to that? It was like 60-38 on All-American. But I just need to practice. I don't get as much time to practice as some people might believe. I'll put it this way. I've not picked up the controller and actually played a real game, like me controlling it, since Sunday against viewers. Because I'm too busy outside of that. So I actually don't get to game as much as I would like to. But we'll get there. We'll get there. People just said, Coop, you were 5-0 and now you're 5-1. You're going to tank your season if you play on All-American. Well, I mean, I guess how many times have head coaches tanked seasons for teams? It happens. It happens. Maybe, maybe I picked up some bad habits and I started staying up too late and not been studying as much film, and I'm the head coach and, don't have my priorities straight. But I'll try to get better, Melvin. I'll try to practice a bit. Tonight I'll practice. No center was hilarious. Yeah. NCAA 14 had its issues. It did. Yeah, just text me, Joe. Bringing another listener with you. Yeah, just text me. We'll figure it out, Joe. Play varsity, make the game viewing better. I see, though, I feel like this is the last thing I'll say, because I know people are heading out and going to bed. One thing people do forget that I think they don't take into account. I'm coming in close. One thing that people forget they do not take into account, and unless you do it, it's very hard to describe it. They forget that when I'm doing the Coach Coop Plays version, I'm also streaming it and trying to entertain typically 100 to 300 people. It usually falls somewhere in there. There are people that stream it in front of thousands, way more than me. But I am multitasking a bit. And I think they forget the impact that has a little bit. I'm trying to entertain. I'm role playing. I'm marching out here with a whistle around my neck and my visor and my plays, playing and streaming. Yo, you guys, I can't tell you how confident I was going into that Louisville game, because I told you I practiced a couple of days leading up to that and I kicked their butt on All-American. I was killing them. And then I go live. Play sheet in pants, visor on head, reading the chat, do this, Coop, do this, Coop, do this, Coop, call this play. Looking at the TV, oh, alert, thank you for subbing. I appreciate that. Oh, shoot, I got to delay a game. Okay, all right, reset. There's a lot more going on. Like, I'm telling you, if you stream it in front of even a handful of people, but especially a couple hundred people plus, and then you try to play the game at the same time and actually entertain the stream. I need to be better at it. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but, don't ignore them. Don't ignore them. You'll play a lot different. You will. Right, Miss K? You'll play quite a bit different. Because you can't. I'm not good enough at the game to be a pro college football 25 streamer that turns on a stream and ignores his chat and just plays the game. Because the gameplay won't be good enough for me to do that. So you got to offset it with entertaining the stream. So when I do that, my focus is not solely on the game. So it is harder. It's harder. I'm telling you this to say this. I was mad I lost because I really thought I was going to beat Louisville. When I went down in that game, I was shocked. And then I started to panic. The panic set in. And I was like, oh, no, because we're 5-0. I can't lose this game, not to Louisville, not a conference game. No, sir. And I panicked. Will that happen again tomorrow against a better opponent in Florida State? We're going to find out. You think varsity may be the equivalent to NCAA 14's All-American? I was playing 14 on Heisman with J-Kit sliders. And I was playing pretty well. Like, I was throwing a lot of picks, but we were putting up points. We were definitely scoring some points. I should put it on varsity. If not, it may continue to be 30-point games. I don't know, man. I want to win on All-American, though. You're going to fly the virtual banner? I'll be 5-2. What do you mean, Caesar? 5-2 is pretty good. 5-2 could still make an ACC championship game appearance. Maybe. That's 2 conference losses, though. I don't know. Hey, I appreciate you, bro. I love the back and forth. Please don't ever stop the trash talking and going at it. I'll make an executive decision tomorrow, but once I decide, I want to stick with it. I need you guys to know that I want to stick with it. Just like tonight, we realized, let's stick with All-American on CPU versus CPU, but Miami won them all anyways. And I think we stick with All-American on the Coach Coop Plays version, but I'll let y'all know tomorrow. If we go to varsity, I'm staying on varsity. If we do All-American tomorrow, I'm staying on All-American for the rest of the season. So we'll see. We'll see tomorrow. And speaking of tomorrow, I'll see you guys tomorrow because I'm going to get the heck up out of here. I'm sure Sir Maxwell Wigglesworth wants to go on his night walk. I'm also getting hungry. I need to practice for tomorrow. And I got some other things I need to work on for tomorrow's streams. Yeah, FSU did win on those. Yeah, and there were some close ones. Thank you, Katie. I am here to entertain. About the only thing I can do because I'm not good at anything else. That's about it. I don't look good enough to be on camera. I'm not good enough at video games. I have to make people laugh and entertain. That's all I can do. That's all I got. It is what it is. So, again, I appreciate the love. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't forget, Coach Coop, Florida State diss track, Doo-Doo DJ, will premiere tomorrow for the virtual. I'm doing a diss track for a virtual game. What's wrong with me? 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll see you tomorrow. Love you guys.